Hey Scorpio, what's up? Welcome to your June reading. I hope you're all doing very, very well. We're going to be seeing what messages want to come through for you guys, get some insight, get some guidance, see what you need to know or look out for right now. If this reading is helpful or insightful, please let me know by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. Private readings are available down below. Let's get right into your messages, Cancer. Let's see what Spirit wants you to look out for or be aware of during the month of June 2025. I almost was going to say 2024 for some reason. Maybe there's something connected to this time last year that could be relevant for somebody. Weird. Very, very weird. I had noticed something also earlier. My singing bowl has now randomly stopped working. If the sound is completely wrong. I'm like, what? This was not how it was a couple days ago. I think there's been a shift. I don't know what's going on. But, yeah. Strange things be happening these days. We have a collection of pixies as their first card out. A lot of moving pieces, a lot of different energies. Yeah, now we have the Pook, and this is a shape-shifting energy where things are changing consistently. One day it's hot, then next day it's cold, or, I mean, you'd be experiencing all seasons in one day. All the emotions in one day. Wow, it just seems like it could be feeling a little scattered, or things are morphing and changing in ways you can't explain. Same. Literally same. Literally same. All right, and one more. We have the Friends. You have a lot of outside energy that seems to be influencing you at this time. We have the Singer of Connection at the bottom, which talks about your relationships, your connections, and how everything plays a part, everything plays a role, all right, in the dynamic of your life and your future and even your past, and like everything's connected. It's showing everything that's happening right now is for a reason. So your numbers are 48, 60, and 46. Those numbers may be important for somebody that could be your age. A collection of pixies, like I had said, it does feel like there seems to be a lot of things that are moving around and changing, and it's requiring you to have to surrender. Like, look at this one guy, actually both two guys, they have their hands up, having to surrender, having to kind of enjoy the ride. And with the Pook, it just seems like there's a lot that keeps changing or twisting, or like lots of twists and turns, you guys. It seems like there's this constant moving, and some of this, it's not even what you had planned for or you wanted to even initiate. Like, I'm seeing like the Friends, like there's a specific friend here who could be a major part to play in this shift. Or wait, what was at the bottom? Did I look at the bottom? The Singer of Connection, the Journeyman, and the Rar. Again, more of this unpredictable energy. You got 3 cards showing up out of the 6. There are 3 cards that indicate like unpredictability, shake-ups, surprises, twists and turns, immediate change overnight. The Journeyman's all about new beginnings. It's kind of like the Fool, stepping into a new path, and how divinely protected you are. Your angels, guides, and loved ones are watching over you. There may be actually like a grandparent that is looking at you and like maybe even a little concerned. Could there be some sort of peer pressure? Are you feeling pressure from like someone in your life to push you in a way that you feel a bit uncomfortable, or you feel a bit it's hard to tell right now. We're gonna have to get into the tarot before I can make more sense of these cards, because there's just like a lot that you're having to kind of take your hands off the wheel, accept, and allow, and kind of like mind your own business. You might notice that there's some changes in your social circle or friendship circle over the next couple of weeks, but even like lately or the next couple of days, you might be noticing like your close-knit circle could be changing, or people that you talk to or deal with on the regular are shifting. Some people that you used to be very close with, you may not really be speaking to them right now. People that you've grown apart from, they may actually be more consistent in your life in the near future. You might be seeing them, talking to them a lot more regularly. There may even be like new connections that form, new people that come into your life unexpectedly, rare encounters. We got these 3 cards coming out. 9 of Cups, the Tower, and the 6 of Cups. Wow. We have a Queen of Swords also at the bottom. So we have your energy coming out, Scorpio. Not surprised. I'm not surprised. That always happens in the Scorpio reading. You guys always get your card. There's something from your past that is coming full circle. It's like a full circle moment. It may have took some time, months, or even years, but it's finally full circle. It finally has made sense, or is tying into a wish that you have and you've been praying for and you've been manifesting for a long time. Something that you wanted in the past could be manifesting right here, right now. I'm also seeing that there's something that you wanted that maybe has changed. And you maybe don't want it anymore. You don't really... I guess it goes back to the Pook and then even the Rar. Like, it's showing here... Something's changed, you've changed, your desires have changed, other people have changed. Probably all of that has just... There's been a lot of changes. There's been a lot of growth. There has been a huge difference. Like, who you used to be, even like 6 months ago, 9 months ago, who you used to be versus who you are now, very, very, very different. You may not recognize yourself, or others may not recognize you at this time. But I'm seeing possibility of like a wish fulfillment that you really wanted in the past, but you did not receive because you weren't ready for it, or you had to deal with some loose ends, or there were other people or other energies that was getting in the way of this desire, but now it's like being pushed into your life. You could be even wondering like, well, why now? Why is this happening to me now? Why am I seeing this person now? Why did this experience happen to me now? Like, at all times, this could have happened. Like, why now? This is so strange. This is so weird. And like, let me tell you, my singing bowl, I've used this like regularly. And like, why now? That does not sound normal. I don't know why. It should not sound like this. I'm like, and so like before I started your reading, because I accidentally knocked it off my shelf from my water bottle, and I'm just like, why now? Like, I've literally had this since like 2019. I've had this singing bowl, root chakra singing bowl, since 2019. So I'm like, well, why is it acting strange now? Different, you know, like how this is not a wish fulfillment. Why would I wish for that? But like, I'm just like, huh, like this doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean, I guess Spirit's saying get a new one or get a different one, or maybe instead of the root chakra, get a crown chakra or whatever. But I'm just like, okay, this is strange. Watch it works in the next like couple of days. Suddenly, boom, it sounds normal again. Like, that would be crazy. Anyways, just a little side tangent. Strange things are happening, Scorpio, and you got to keep your eyes peeled and you got to be on the lookout. So Queen of Swords is at the bottom, which is showing that you seem to be quite stern, quite serious, a bit precise. Like, we have the Devil in the reverse and then Temperance. Looks like you're freeing yourself from some sort of toxic attachment or lifestyle or mindset. There's something that no longer has you in a chokehold. Something that no longer can control you or manipulate you or affect you. You've really like put this to an end, like full stop, no more, I'm done. You really freed yourself here. Yeah. You've been focusing a lot on your self-worth, your independence, and your own journey. You've been balancing your life, balancing your schedules, your routines, and even like your health, your diet. Like you've been making a lot of changes to better yourself, and you've had to make some sacrifices and sever some ties here because it's for your own good. You're making your past self proud. You're doing things you thought you weren't capable of doing, or what your past self thought was once impossible. You're now doing it. You're now walking, living proof that you can achieve anything. Something that you thought was impossible has become achievable. So you're actually really surprising yourself big time. What's going on for Scorpio? What do my Scorpios need to know right now? We got 2 cards. We have the Lovers, and then we also have 2 of Cups in the reverse on top of the 9 of Cups. There's someone that you're at a distance with. So both cards that came out are talking about a relationship, a connection of some sort, a very spiritual connection, very much divine partnership of some sort. We do have an 8 of Swords at the bottom, indicating that there is a blockage. Mostly in the mind. Both parties involved here, 2 of Cups, 2 or more. I would say it's 2. Like normally 2 of Cups, it represents 2 people. I would say you both have this block. 8 of Swords, Page of Wands, the World. Getting something off the ground seems to be difficult or not possible at this moment. Or it's a difficult time to stay optimistic. Some of you is about staying optimistic about your love life. For some, you're having difficulty seeing how this could turn around in a positive way. You're like, well, that's impossible, or there's no way this could change or improve. You may be having a very limited and linear viewpoint in this situation. You're having a very difficult time seeing the positive in this ending, because the world can talk about endings. It can talk about a cycle that's complete. You may be having a difficult time seeing the blessing in the situation. Anyways, so I think that's very interesting how the 2 of Cups fell out on the 9 of Cups. 2 of Cups in the reverse. So it's telling me that, I think so if you've been in a separation, or because if we go back to the friends, the pook, remember how I was saying that there's some people that, or a person that has changed, or you no longer resonate with them, or you've gone your separate ways, grown apart or something like that. I think this is showing how you've become okay with that. You've you are okay with the way things have gone or how it's become. You're okay on your own. You've gotten to this point of acceptance that you're better off now. You could even be happy that there's this separation. You could actually feel an improvement. Okay? 2 of Cups reverse and the 9 of Cups. You could be, another thing. You could actually, another thing from this, you could be wishing or hoping for a return. You may feel optimistic about bridging this gap or reconnecting with this person somewhere down the line. Maybe that's something that you're trying to manifest or call in. It kind of depends, right, on who you are, what you're dealing with. But there's so many different ways we could look at this, y'all. Oh my goodness. And then we have the Lovers that had come out. Ignore the nudity. We all got bodies, whatever the fuck, it don't matter. The Lovers, Gemini energy, a choice, a decision. Even the 2 of Cups that came out. These 2 came out together. 2 of Cups reversed with the Lovers. I'm seeing that there is an imbalance of emotions though. And the choice that's coming up is about whether you and this person can get on the same wavelength. Is that even a possibility? Is that even a desire? Is that even worth it? Is there a possibility of the past repeating itself, or will it be different this time around? 6 of Cups with the Tower. If this were to come back around, there's this need. Can you focus? It's kind of blurry, whatever. There's this need to do things differently than the past. Someone has to change. Both parties have to change. in order for this to have a different outcome. So you may even be asking your friends for some sort of help or support or advice. Maybe you're dealing with a friend going with a situation like this. You know what I mean. Someone, even with the Eight of Swords, someone's having a very difficult time moving on from you. Someone also is worried, and you could be worrying about this too, like someone's like, oh, Scorpio seems to be happy without me. They don't want to talk. They don't want to be with me. They're fine. They look like they are living a good life without me. I don't want to reach out if it's going to go nowhere, or because I'm seeing Page of Wands and in the World where it's like an invitation that just goes nowhere, like it leads to a dead end. So someone's feeling very like stuck, like their worst fear is finding out that you're happy without them, kind of thing, or like that's your worst fear. Oh my goodness, cannot shuffle right now. You have a lot of cups in your reading though. 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 6 of Cups, and then even Lovers. Lots of emotions, lots of feelings. Oh, and look, now Ace of Cups. A lot of cups, lots of feelings in your reading, Scorpio. And 7 of Cups at the bottom. You're getting all the cups. All the cup. You get a cup. You get a cup. You get a cup. Everybody gets a cup. 7 of Cups. There's the money for all. And then we have a Queen of Cups underneath that. This reading is all emotion. And then we have the Hangman, Pisces. Lots of feelings. Lots of feelings. It's so much. Oh my gosh. So, I'm sorry if that was loud. I see a past life connection here. Going back to 6 of Cups, the Lovers, Ace of Cups. I'm seeing a very divine, soulful connection. There's a lot of love here. Or if this is someone new, this is potential for someone to have a lot of love for you. Thing is, though, 7 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Hangman. Someone is like in deep contemplation of like, what do they actually want? I feel like it's clear though. I feel like someone's gotten this epiphany recently. Someone's been doing a lot of reflection, a lot of thinking, feeling, and reminiscing. Even that 6 of Cups, right? Reminiscent energy. Someone here, I mean, it's become clear to them. Someone has recently made up their mind of what they want, and what they want is you. Or what you want is them. Or like, you know, out of all the cups, you see clearly which one you want to choose. But why haven't you done anything about it? Or this person, right? Whoever we're talking about. There is not any action. Just watching. Page of Swords. Someone could be watching you, keeping tabs on you, seeing what you're up to, if you've been posting anything, if you changed anything. Asking about you, asking mutual friends, if there's any connections family-wise or work-wise. If, you know, this is someone who could actually be showing up at your work or around your neighborhood, hoping to bump into you. I could get an energy like that here. This is someone who's trying to look at the situation from every possible angle and get the facts, get the information. Someone's doing a lot of research, trying to find things out about you. Temperance, and then 9 of Pentacles. And in the meantime, seems like this is someone who's just kind of like focusing on themselves and waiting for the right moment, patiently waiting for the right opportunity to like maybe express something or to say something, but just not yet. Or they're trying to get clarity. Someone's trying to get clarity on like how you feel about them. You may also be trying to get clarity on how they feel about you. I feel like it goes mutual. Well, actually, maybe not, because that 2 of Cups in reverse tells me there's an unrequited effort on your side or their side. Someone's giving less than the other. One person's giving a whole lot more time, attention, energetically speaking too, as well as like effort. If there is any effort, one person's giving a whole lot more effort into this than the other. So it's kind of tricky to see who's who. Because this entire reading is like all water. Besides Gemini, it's all water. It's literally all water. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and then Gemini. Someone could be asking their friends for advice, or like they're talking about you to their friends. I thought I just saw something move. I honestly thought I saw a fly for a second. For me, flies represent spies. So someone could be spying. Someone might be spying. Okay, let's get one more. We're going to clarify. One more. Just kind of see, like, outcome. Or, like, where this is headed. I possibly see, like, a gesture with that Ace of Cups. But remember, that was with the Queen of Cups, Seven of Cups, and Hangman. So someone's thinking about offering, but they haven't yet done it. Okay, we have the Emperor that flipped out, which is Aries. Finally, a little fire. Six of Wands at the bottom, more fire. See that someone is wanting to really be persistent and be, like, confident in their ability to come forwards with... Okay, wait, hold on. Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and then Six of Swords. So I'm seeing a person here. It could be a heavy masculine. You may be, you may identify as this Emperor, someone who may even be like a business owner or someone who works independently or they run a business. Like, it seems here, this could be somebody who gets a lot of attention. Six of Wands, someone who is in high demand, very successful person, very hardworking. They seem to have a lot on their plate that they're trying to maintain or stay on top of. But someone's determined to, like, come forwards. But yeah, this is someone, though, that has a lot on their plate. They just feel very burdened. Oh, they feel burdened by the way how things ended with the Ten of Swords underneath the Ten of Wands. And what's underneath the Ten of Swords is the Fool. Definitely wishing for a new beginning with you, Scorpio. But they could just be also trying to figure out, like, how, like, they're weighing out options or weighing out how to approach you or what's going to be what's going to lead to this breakthrough with you. So this person, your person, wants to have a breakthrough. You're dealing with someone who embodies a mature and grown energy. Don't know if they had that energy in the past, but whoever they are now or who they become, they've changed a lot. Possibly because of you. I heard because of you, but it's like, no, it's because of you, because you chose to change, but you could have, like, helped this person or inspire this person to grow. Okay, so first of all, where do we begin to clarify? Let me not overthink this. Let's take a look into the Nine of Cups. That was the first card that came up. Nine of Cups. If you've gone through a separation or you're still separated, this is a time where you and this person have had to really focus on yourselves and level up independently. This is like a journey of finding yourself, and I feel like you both have had to go through something similar. Y'all know I can't speak sometimes. Nine of Cups. Why is Nine of Cups here for Scorpio? What do you guys need to know regarding this Nine of Cups? So Judgment. I feel like divine stepped into this relationship. We have Judgment and the Two of Cups. I feel like Spirit really had to intervene this connection, and there could have been a lot of things that were getting in the way. A lot of things that were keeping you apart or was testing this relationship. You have the Hierophant at the bottom, King of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. Something that couldn't get off the ground. Because it showed, look at this. Hierophant with the King of Pentacles shows like longevity, shows high potential for something solid, maybe even marriage potential, right? Or like something that could be like lifelong. But then it led to big fat like disappointment, or there was a loss here. Five of Cups, and this loss had to happen to get you to focus on yourself, or get your shit together, get your finances together, get your life together, get your health together. And everybody involved here had to really like prioritize oneself. Spirit stepped in because things, well, why did Spirit step in? Let's look into Judgment. I feel like that could be tying in with the Tower though, but let me see. Why did Spirit step into this relationship here? Why is Judgment here? Why did Spirit step in? We have the Three of Cups. Maybe there was a third party. All right, let me see. Judgment. Queen of Pentacles. Why did Spirit step in? Page of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. I'm getting a couple things, like someone, again, I think I'm repeating myself, someone really having to prioritize their money, their finances, their health, maybe a living situation. Other people could have been involved. There could have been third-party situation. That doesn't necessarily mean cheating, but it's showing here that there could have been a lot of people who needed you or were relying on you, especially with the Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who provides support, stability, resources, funding, equipment, fucking like a place to stay, or like some sort of tangible support. Like this seems like someone here, I don't know, it's not, that's all it's really telling me. It's Judgment, Three of Cups. Maybe Spirit stepped in because it's like Spirit is like really making you look at this, like, does this truly make you happy? Are you truly fulfilled? Is this truly adding value to your life? Judgment with the Page of Swords. It's like this really tested you to see things clearly, see things for what they are. Maybe Spirit saw things that you didn't see or that you were blinded to. Y'all, I don't know. I'm trying to make it make sense. Okay, so why is not Judgment. Why is the Tower here? Why is the Tower here for Scorpio? These cards trying to flip out. It's the Five of Wands, Six of Swords, Three of Swords. So it's actually kind of like this. Three of Swords, Six of Swords, Five of Wands. Tower showing someone struggling with adapting or accepting. There had been resistance. There had been this energy of clinging on, being very much devastated and hurt and like unable to let go of the pain. And having this, so I'm seeing like something blew up or fell apart unexpectedly, because Tower does bring in like the unexpected and surprises and shakeups, and so it was like having to move forwards and leave something behind, or leave a relationship behind, or leave a job behind, or leave a home behind, and like it was outside of what you had wanted. So as you're moving forwards, there was a lot of resistance with this, or you felt a lot of energy pulling you back, or there was something that kept tugging at you. So therefore, it created this challenge. It's like there's this riptide that just kept pulling you in. If you ever gone like canoeing or kayaking, paddleboarding, or whatever the fuck, or even like, I'm hearing rafting, like, you know, rafting on crazy ass rivers, the current can be very strong. And if you're going against the current, it can be very hard to paddle against that energy, you know? And that's kind of, I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. Okay, so Six of Cups. There could have been like a reoccurring pattern of the past that was being enabled, or someone's, let me see, Six of Cups. Why is Six of Cups here? Oh my goodness. Six of Wands. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups fell out on the Two of Cups reverse. I feel like maybe someone wasn't validating your emotions, or I'll leave the Queen of Cups on top of that Two of Cups reverse, but I think, let me see, Six of Cups. Queen of Swords. Why is the Six of Cups here? Someone didn't like you getting attention. You don't like this person getting attention. Maybe this is someone who's you may be very beautiful. This person that you're dealing with, they may be very handsome, very attractive, very beautiful themselves. Someone did not like the attention you were receiving, or you hated that the person you were with or dealing with, they were receiving a lot of attention, or something like that. I get a sense like someone got very jealous or insecure, or like kind of like, oh, you need to stop. Or if someone like if you were posting something, they'd be like, delete it. Or I don't know, I'm getting like a kind of I do get a jealous and envious energy, not only of like other people that were watching you, but I also get a sense like this person was in a way kind of jealous of you. But they like Knight of Wands at the bottom, Prince of Wands. Someone was worried that you would be easily taken away from them. Or this is, I don't know, y'all, this is making no sense. Six of Cups, one more. Six of Cups. Chariot reverse. Again, this is like full stop. Put your foot on the brakes. No more. This needs to end. I'm feeling ultimatum vibes, even though I'm not even seeing any twos. We have a King of Wands reverse, strength, and then the Lover. So King of Wands reverse for me definitely represents like someone who's angry or petty or irritated. This can also represent someone who is kind of a hypocrite. You know, they'll say something, but they'll do the opposite. Or they'll give someone shit for something, but then they turn around and do the exact same they were just giving people shit about. Like, this... Strength and the Lovers. Someone's inability to fully commit as well was a downfall. Five of Pentacles created this blockage, separation, and let me see here. Anyway, Six of Cups with the Chariot reverse. I feel like divine intervention as well as just like circumstances really just put this all to a complete halt. And someone didn't have the confidence. You didn't have the confidence. They didn't have the confidence. Lack of trust was a big factor here. It's showing it could have been successful, but for whatever reason, it wasn't. Because maybe someone also had some loose ends from their past that was getting in the way. And then even the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups with the Six of Cups. Again, there's still a lot of emotions that are brought up around the situation that still haven't been fully processed or dealt with. I would say... Because the Queen of Cups, when she fell out on the Two of Cups reverse. Someone's emotions were dismissed or seen as... What's the word? I'm like searching my brain. Like, what's the right word? Like, not that big a deal. I guess someone was trying to make it seem a lot smaller than what it actually was. It's like someone could have been like, oh, you're being like sensitive, you're overreacting, or it's not that deep, but really it is that motherfucking deep. So anyways, looking at that Queen of Cups there. And let's look into that Two of Cups reverse, because that came out after the Six of Cups. So I'm seeing here, what else? Two of Cups reverse. I'm trying my best to translate, y'all. This seems very, whoever this resonates with, this seems very complex. Very complex. Two of Cups reverse. Why is this oh my goodness. Talk about complex. Okay, I'm not going to take all these cards, but I will take the cards that are face up. We have a Ten of Swords. I'll show you in a second. I'm not taking these. We have an Eight of Swords. There's something underneath the Ten of Swords. Y'all have so much to talk about. Clearly, Eight of Swords right here. This fell out on the Five of Wands. Empress that's at the bottom. I'm just going to set that there. What was the... Okay, someone was afraid of change because the Eight of Swords fell out on the Tower from earlier, which fell out on top of this Five of Wands. We clarified that. Someone here was struggling with change or really hated being in a position that left them feeling powerless or like something out of their control. Get an avoidant energy, an energy of like overwhelmed to the point where they shut down, they close up, they think worst case scenario. And when I say they, I could be talking about you, okay? Like, gosh, okay. Anyways, so clarifying the Two of Cups in the reverse. The Eight of Swords to the Two of Cups reverse, someone's head, someone's mind really got the best of them. I'm sensing a sabotaging energy. I'm also sensing, like, again, lack of trust. Someone really assumed, like, worst case scenario, like, what's Scorpio up to? Or this Scorpio, I bet Scorpio's doing something shady behind my back. Or you could have had those suspicions as well. Was it true? Was it not? Who fucking knows? But, you know, Eight of Swords, hard to see things clearly, especially because the mind is just so loud. The chatter, the mind is so freaking loud and also very negative and sickening in a way, okay? King of Cups, Two of Cups. Oh, well, I mean, we have a pair, right? The Queen fell out on the Two of Cups reverse. Now we have a King of Cups. I would say you both feel the same way or share the same emotions towards one another. There seems to be, let's see, Ten of Cups as well. You may have sorry, I can't even say, you may have a home with this person, you may live with this person, or you talked about living together, you talked about a future together, maybe having children, maybe traveling the world. Like, you had these plans for the future here. Maybe different timelines though, because again, that Two of Cups reverse is showing there's a Mitch. Is someone's name Mitch or Mitchell? Comment down below if that resonates. That's random as fuck. A mismatch of energy, or like timelines maybe weren't completely in sync. Someone maybe wanted to have children or family like right here, right now. Maybe someone was like, nah, I need more time. I got to get my shit together, finances, or I want a stable job. Maybe changes in career, or like this isn't where I want to settle down. I want to move here. Well, I want to live there. And so y'all were just on two different pages wanting similar things, but yet there were some incompatibilities. Okay, and then the other stack that came out of that freaking big ass stack that flew, 10 of Swords, 8 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. I'm feeling like this is massive test that this created. Test, tensions, and something that went too far. Possibly an opportunity to revive an ending, after an ending, like revive or bring back to life. After a long period of this complete, dead, stale, stagnant, like when 10 of Swords comes out, it's like it's something's completely done, like no turning back. But then we have the 8 of Wands and Ace of Pentacles, which shows like the slingshot forward. So I'm just like, I'm trying to make it make sense, y'all. This is what's coming through. I'm trying. Okay, and we don't have a whole lot of time left too, so let me get going. Okay, I'm gonna switch decks. I don't know if that is the best idea, but like that deck that was what one was that? Illuminati Tarot. I feel like there's just pulling too many cards at once. So I want to use a different deck that doesn't do that. Lovers. Let's pull just a couple cards on the Lovers. Why is the Lovers here? For Scorpio, we have Page of Wands. It's trying to flip out in the reverse. Okay. We have the 2 of Pentacles and then the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Something's just so up in the air and not solid. The foundation isn't solid. The ground is not solid. Therefore, if this ground isn't solid, you cannot lay a foundation on this. So yeah, right now seems to be a disconnect. You may be looking at this more in a pessimistic way or negative light, which I'm not surprised. We've seen that earlier with some of the cards. At the bottom, we have the Queen of Swords, which tells me that you're looking at this relationship connection with more of like a magnifying glass is what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Like, excuse me, really looking at things for what they are, looking at the details, looking at the facts. Queen of Swords, 3 of Swords. Also, you could be very heartbroken from this experience, from this person. 9 of Cups. You really want, oh my God, look, it's the same thing. 9 of Cups and then 6 of Cups. You really, whatever y'all discuss, whatever y'all planned for, whatever you dreamed of, you really wanted it and it didn't come to fruition and it led to just such heartbreak. It's like you saw this as a missed opportunity. Like it got very close and then it all just like crumbled. And that's something that's very difficult for you to just like let go and move on from. Or even if you were to rekindle things, this is something that I don't know if would you be able to get over it? Maybe, but like what I'm seeing right now, it would take a lot for you to get over. Because this is something that was just ripped out from your life, ripped out from underneath, like pulling the carpet out from underneath your feet, completely like messed with your plans. Okay, Ace of Cups. Why is Ace of Cups here? Because like it does seem to be like an offer that comes in. 7 of Swords at the bottom though. Okay, I'm gonna start shuffling, but that just caught my eye. Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So again, double confirmation. I do see a gesture. I do see like an offer that's being presented. Can we get a little bit insight as to when, Spirit? Death at the bottom. Could be from another Scorpio. Could you tell us when this offer comes in? It seems like it's a small gesture. Page of Pentacles isn't like super big, but let me see. Lovers in the reverse. Okay, so I asked Spirit like when this may happen. This is going to happen during Gemini season, which we still currently are in. from now to the end of Gemini season, Cancer season begins like the 21st, 20th, or maybe it's sooner. You know, sometimes the sun moves signs and like around the 18th or 19th. I could very well be around then. I'm actually not quite sure because I feel like it changes every year. It does. So this could definitely take place over the next like week and a half. I know the new moon on Cancer, new moon in Cancer is on the 25th of June. So it definitely seems to be before then. The fact that the Lovers is in reverse though tells me that there's still unrequited feelings or someone's inability to commit themselves, or I don't know, there's just like lack of what? Ace of Pentacles. Oh, there we go. Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands. I just see that there could be like an imbalance in energies or incompatible in certain ways that haven't changed from the past. Like it seems like it kind of carries over. This doesn't seem the most stable. All right, and the Emperor. Why is the Emperor here? I gotta wrap this up. We have like 40 minutes, y'all. I'm trying, but I really was like trying to make this make sense for those that this resonates with, because this seems like a complicated and messy situation. Emperor. Why is the Emperor here? Maybe balls in your court. Let's see. Why is the Emperor here? Four of Pentacles in reverse. I see an energy of letting go, y'all. Tell me about the Emperor. Maybe this is saying like letting go of expectations. If you were, it's like detaching. If you were to give this another go. High Priestess trying to flip out in the reverse though. Your intuition has been trying to tell you something. Intuition could be saying to reveal something that you've been holding back. You could be holding back certain feelings, emotions, thoughts that you have yet to express. Maybe this is the perfect time to get this out of your heart, off your chest, off your mind. You know what I mean? Emperor. Wheel of Fortune. At the bottom, Strength reverse. So see, Nine of Swords, Ace of Wands, and then the Six of Cups. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Does seem like a repeat of the past. And if this has happened before in the past, there's a very good chance of it repeating itself. There's something that's screaming at you. Nine of Swords with Strength in reverse. There's something that's saying like you don't feel safe or secure or confident, or like there's this level that feels ungrounded. It's like walking on thin ice or eggshells. It could just blow up in your face unexpectedly. This gives you a lot of anxiety. So that already speaks volumes. If it really makes you feel nervous, anxious, restless, this is not good for your mental health. This is not good for your overall well-being. This is something that will be tormenting you so much. Like, y'all, I don't know. I would say that Four of Pentacles in the reverse, Emperor, Four of Pentacles. I think this is a time where you have to be the responsible one and let this go completely. Okay, you do you, you do you, man. But I mean, High Priest of reverse, Wheel of Fortune. I think your intuition is even saying like, I think it's time to move on, or like it's time to flip the page. It's time to move to a different chapter. It's time to move to a different story. Like Ace of Wands and then the Six of Cups is showing a new beginning, but the past seems very prevalent. It seems very much like picking up where you left off, but it's the same story. And then we have the Queen of Swords underneath that. Queen of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Justice, Emperor in the reverse though. And then the Four of Wands in reverse. This doesn't seem solid. I don't know if it's worth investing. Obviously, Two of Wands. It's your call. Underneath that, we have the Eight of Cups, though, and the Five of Pentacles. I don't think you're giving this another go-around. I think, if anything, you may look at this, you might think about it, you might feel it out, but, like, with Justice underneath Seven of Pentacles is showing that you've learned your lesson, and you see it clearly, Queen of Swords. I don't think you're going to repeat this. So you could, going back to the Fairy cards, you could be asking friends for help, friends for advice, and they could be all telling you the same thing. And this reading might just be like more of that. confirmation. Yo, oh my god. Okay. Anyways, this seems like a very complicated situation. I don't really like the energy of how things could be going if this were to continue. I don't really fuck with it. I don't like how it made me feel. I don't like how it's making you feel. I'm like, look at it. I'm like, again, like throughout this from the beginning, shape-shifting, unpredictable, twist and turny energy. Is that something you want for the rest of your life, for the next year or next 5 years, 10 years, next 6 months? Like, is that something you really scream and you're like, yes, Jade, I fucking love this shit? If that's the case, go for it. Enjoy. But I think Chariot Reverse, I think is full stop, y'all. Full stop. I don't know. That's just my take. Let me know how this resonates. If it does, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see y'all later. I'm sending you a lot of love and good energy your way. I appreciate you, Scorpio. Bye.